and funny stuff planned for you. First of all, I am Jenny Vecchione. I am the director and one of the performers in this show tonight. You guys are great with the sound cues. I love it. All right. So first of all, if you're interested in theater, we have other shows coming up. First off, we have Director Showcase from Cabaret Theater on November 19th, 20th, and 21st. And right now, LTC is doing their production of Sweet Charity on November 11th and 12th and 13th if you have a time machine, and 14th tomorrow at 2 p.m. Also, don't forget to miss College Avenue Players, Main Stage, Anybody for Tea on December 12th. So we have a lot of sexy chatters tonight, but you know what's not sexy? Disordered emergency evacuation. Emergency exits are back there. Do not come up here to evacuate, or else I will kill you. If fire does not.
What if I want that?
We will talk about that later. And one more announcement that the performers will not be wearing masks tonight, but the audience, you guys have to keep your masks on. Thank you so much. Sit back, relax, and laugh, and enjoy the show.
Lights on? Oh god, never mind. Lights off, lights off. Hello everyone, my name is Maia. I'm a freshman here at Rutgers. I live here in Scott Hall 135 and I sleep on the sex couch backstage. The sex couch, alright. I'm here to talk to you guys today about something that is really important to me, really dear to my heart. Animal Crossing. Yeah. Who likes Animal Crossing? Come on. Who likes Animal Crossing? Yeah. I was raised on Animal Crossing. I played all those games, loved it. I think my favorite thing about Animal Crossing was the villagers. They're super fun. You can like give them gifts. You can do favors for them. You can like make friends with them and stuff. Some of them are a little annoying. Some of them are a lot annoying. But listen, okay, some of them are so infuriating, you just want to like punch them in the face, okay? They are so fucking annoying. Listen, I was thinking about this, and it got me to thinking, and I was like, I did a lot of research, and I thought, what if I could fight them? What if you could fight Animal Crossing? So that brings me to the actual topic of this presentation, ranking every Animal Crossing villager. Milan Zarro could take them in a fight. Although, now that I look at it, it's like kind of a long title. So, you know, let's change it. Let's shorten it. Let's do Animal Crossing.
Fight.
That's better. All right, so let's get into it. Let's set some limitations for myself first. So, all right, we've got mainline games only. That means no spin-offs, which includes the Amiibo Festival and the Happy Home Paradise DLC that just came out. Because if I wanted to pay to fight people, I would just go to the Scarlet Pub. Okay? We're also going to exclude DLC and Amiibo only villagers, as well as Japan-only villagers. Obviously, I did not play those games. And listen, if I'd asked my immigrant parents as like a little 10-year-old, like, can I please have an Amiibo? I would not have received an Amiibo, I would have received a slap on the face. So, we're going to exclude this. We're also excluding special characters. That means government officials, small business owners, you know, visitors, special event hosts, weird, shady art dealers.
Yes.
Period, red. We're also going to talk only about anthropomorphized animalia when it comes to villagers and islanders. So that excludes a lot of people. Oh my God! Which makes me really sad because some of them are really like my favorites. Like over here, he's not in the mainline game. His name's Fruity, and I'm Fruity, and it kind of feels weird that there's no queer representation. A little problematic. Then there's Ingwell, who he is an amiibo, but he's a jock octopus. Yeah. A jocktopus? Like, come on.
Celeste.
I agree. Then we have our non-animal villager. villagers. We've got our 3 robot friends. We have Dell, known as Yamato, the only villager I'm aware of that is named after a ship. Then we have Stitches, is a cute little teddy bear. Hopkins is an inflatable rabbit, and Coco is an affront to humanity. So where does that leave us? That leaves us as 442 villagers. Jesus Christ. 35 species across 8 different personality archetypes. That's too many. So I thought, how can I streamline this? How can I make this quick? How can I make this easy for myself? So I went back to 2017, everybody's favorite year, and I brought back the tier list. Yeah, fuck your tier list. So we've got our standard D through S, but I did customize them a bit. We have definitively beaten basically means I don't think I could last a minute against these people in a fight. I would go down quickly. Then up at the top we have Smacked on the Clock, which basically means, like, despite what I look like, I think I could really take these guys. So let's just get into it. Actually, sorry, quick sidebar. Listen, I love how Animal Crossing names their villagers. They're like puns, or they're little like nods to other cultures, or they're like cute little animal like food names. Some of them are not that. We have Curly, cute little guy named after his tail. His Japanese name is Hamcuts. That's unpleasant. We have Panchetti. Any Italians out there? Yeah. Round them up. Sorry, I'm listening. Panchetti, you might recognize if you're Italian. It sounds very similar to pancetta, which is bacon. Oh no. Then we have Spork. I love him. I love his like, little bacon expression. Unfortunately, his Japanese name is Pork. So just like 3 very non-kosher villagers right here. Then we have Pate the Duck, who, sorry, I'm being told off stage, it's not pronounced Pate, it's Pate. Yeah. Then we have this little horse guy, love him so much. Just silently for a second in your own head, what is the worst thing you can name a horse in Animal Crossing? Don't say it out loud, just think about it. Manifest it. You're right, it's Elmer. Elmer the horse. So anyways, let's jump into it. Let's go to Smacked on the Clock. I can definitely take these guys in a fight. These guys do not scare me at all. Let's start it off with Alfonso. We're gonna put him down here. That is terrifying. I hate alligators, so we're just gonna put all of them down here. Then we have Camel Frog. If I can't see you, I cannot fight you. And we have Chester, who is God of the Steak. And then we have this little guy, Lucky, fan favorite. Listen, you might be thinking, Maya, he's in a full body cast. You could definitely take that guy, right? I would agree with you, except I have one counter argument. Look at that fucking eye. That is an eldritch horror disguised in bandages to contain his multitudes of power, okay? Anyways, here we've got the rest of the people in this tier. It's a lot. It keeps going. So we've got obviously all the alligators that are down here. Alligators are terrifying. We've got a lot of wolves and a lot of the cranky personality types. So that's our first 87 villagers down. Yeah, only 350 to go, so let's get into it. I can't seem to win. I think I could take these guys if I got really lucky, but I would probably, not last. So we've got Francine.
Oh, absolutely.
Francine is, on one hand, she's a cat, and if any of you guys have ever interacted with a cat, you know they are ferocious. She also has a Karen cut. Don't want to mess with that. Then we've got Lulu. Her teeth take my arm off in one bite. Then we've got, there are a lot of sheep in Animal Crossing, and they're like colored all different like fun colors. This one's not. I don't have a joke for that, that's horrible. Then we've got Chun Shang. I love him. He's my favorite monkey in Animal Crossing for the sole reason that he is the only one that wears shoes, which means he is much smarter than we are giving him credit for. Watch out for him. This ended up being, the rest of these animals ended up being a lot of cats again, a lot of those like cranky and smug personality types, just mean people.
Anka.
Anka, period. I know what's going on with Anka right now, and I will not address it. that is the next 89 villagers down. Now we've got a bit of a challenge. These are kind of a toss-up. I think on a good day I can take them, on a bad day I probably can't. So we're going to start off with Hugh. I hate him. Why are his eyes screws? Why is he so rotund? Don't like it. Then we've got Monty, who, fun fact, Monty is the only Animal Crossing monkey as of New Horizons with the cranky personality. I know what you're all thinking. That does make him Cranky Kong, that's correct. No, you would be right in that. So then we have Snake. So their name is an anagram of sneak, and they are wearing ninja clothing, but giant bright pink rabbit. So probably could see them coming. Like, you tell me. We have this little guy. Yes, his name is Tank, literally Tank, and he is a rhino. But also, he looks like he would apologize to me if I bumped into him. So, like, a bit of a pushover. This ends up being a lot of like the middling animals, a lot of like monkeys and stuff, and like a lot of the normal personality types. Fuck those guys. That's another 89 villagers down. So now we're getting into the side of things where I think I could probably take these guys unless I got really unlucky. So we're going to start off strong with Coach. He's the only bull in Animal Crossing that does not have the cranky or smug personality types, which, like, good for him for breaking out of those racial stereotypes. Like, come on. Then we have Frita. Any Spanish speakers? What does Frita mean?
Fries.
Fries. Yeah, she's also dressed like a hot dog. So I do want to eat her, which is unfortunate because I am vegetarian. But we have Pee-wee. Yes, he's a giant gorilla. Also, his name is Pee-wee, which makes him canonically a child, which means we all know how easy it is to dropkick a child. You are laughing because you've tried it. Then we've got this little guy, Woolio. It's a little pun with Julio and wool, right? You guys know those like elder millennials who love to talk about the 90s and they're like, I remember the 90s back, I remember the 90s. You know when we want to beat those guys up? Anyways, here it is. This ends up being a lot of like the happy personality types, just like those really bitchy cheerleaders, right? Sorry, any cheerleaders in the group? That's what I thought. That's another 90 villagers down. Then we've got Tonight on the clock. I could definitely take these guys in a fight, so we're going to start off strong with Alice.
Oh, no.
She's cute, I know. But listen, her favorite color is pink, which is also my favorite color. And we share a birthday, and that means we are clones, which means I can guess every single thought she had.
Oh, kill your dog.
Thank you. Then we have Bravo. I love him so much. I feel really bad for him on here. He's so cute. I love his name. Also, a mouse. So, like... That's it, right? Sorry. Then we have Cheddar. Sorry, I made a mistake. Chatter. What the fuck? No, this is Chad Chats. I am the Chad. I will melt you down and dip Rockalo inside of you, okay? Do not start. Okay. Then we have Marlo, obviously a nod to Marlon Brando, who famously played Vito Corleone in the Godfather movies. So he is a mafia boss, which means he has guns and like hired thugs, but also hamster. So like I could probably wait for like 6 months and he just dies. So this ends up being a lot of small animals, like squirrels and mice and stuff, which I guess I understand in Animal Crossing they are like the same general size as you, but also like a squirrel probably has a lot of weak points, right? So that rounds us out with another 87 villagers. So you're obviously all wildly entertained right now. But I'm sure you're all thinking the same thing. And you can say it with me, Maya, why the fuck should I care? Beautiful delivery. Here's why you should care. Listen, I didn't actually do this just for fun. I sorted these guys so that we would know who we collectively can take and who can come with us and who has to be fought when it comes to the final boss. Now listen, I have a confession to make. Earlier I told you guys when we were doing exceptions that we were excluding government officials and small business owners, but I lied. I'm sure someone we're all thinking of right now when you ask the question, who can you fight in Animal Crossing? there is someone that I think we need to overthrow who is held onto his reign for far too long. He is the anarcho-capitalist monster commonly known as Tom Nook. Listen, if you need any more reasoning, this is why we need to. He exploits you for your labor. Sometimes he makes you pay him to go collect materials for your house. Okay? And I'm not talking about like dollars or like any cutesy reality currency. It's like bells or Nook miles, a currency that he made up and he can inflate as much as he wants. He creates this like social pressure where you go out and recruit people to come back to your town and go into debt with him, and you all fucking do it like a bunch of sheep. And lastly, he has this single person stranglehold on the entire market of edible crossing, okay? He owns the only general store in town. He brings in the Able Sisters to sell you clothing. He brings in bladders to take all your shit. And listen, he tells you not to shop with Red, the shady art dealer, not because he sells fake art or he's like sketchy. It's because Red isn't in his downline. Alright, listen. All of those reasons put together are why I believe we need to overthrow the capitalist regime that Tom Nook has. Who's with me?
Well, let's hear it again for Maia! I think I could join the good fight. A pretty good shot. Next up, we have Roma talking about Greek life.
Today we doing good? Yeah! It's better be okay. My name is Roma, just like the chicken. That's not funny. You laughing? I'm watching you. It's funny upside, okay? How about that? So, you may be wondering, Roma, why there are lasers shooting at your eyes in this very professional photo I use of myself on LinkedIn. So, yeah, I get this gene from my father, who is, as you can see in this scientific representation. That gene, you can clearly see the resemblance. And yes, he also shoots lasers as well. That may or may not be me in that image. It's just father-daughter bonding, no need to call child protection services. It's fine. Okay, and you may be wondering, Roma, why are you showing us all this? Who are you even? Well, I just wanted to show you some exciting points in my life because I'm about to show you a time where I felt very low in life and just had no purpose, and I struggled a lot, okay? Like, who can agree life is rough, right? Yeah, life is very rough, okay? I was sad for a long time. Is there anyone else here sad? And I suffered from a cigar problem, still healing from that. And then I have a drinking problem as well, which I've suffered from a very young age. I just couldn't stop. Right? I couldn't wait. And I'd like to personally apologize to my mother. She's not in the audience right now. She doesn't even know I'm doing this right now. Mother, don't worry. If you need me to fix the printer again, you could still call me. This morning, I'll come right back, okay? But there was a point where I faced a very hard point in my life, which was when I got preggers. Pumpkin. Yes, don't ask. I don't know how it happened. I woke up one day, I'm like, oh, that's new, and it just came out of me. And of course, being a new mother, I just didn't know what to do. There were no forums out there for me to go on and be like, how to raise a pumpkin? My child, he was not a pumpkin king, okay? He did not own Halloween Town. He did not have that success at all, okay? It was a disappointment, all right? I smashed him outside, so it's fine. But you know, I powered through. It wasn't easy, but you gotta put on that big game face at the end of the day. And it's just that's why I thought things didn't get any worse. They did, okay? You won't believe what I did next, okay? Something big happened. So my beautiful child, who I was trying to love, gave me something, okay? I read somewhere that, some parasites can come out of produce, and, I woke up one day, there were worms growing out of my leg.
Oh no!
Yeah, I know. Anyone had this problem before? Because, just one by one, they started growing out of me, and I didn't know who to consult to. My doctor, okay, first one, my health insurance got revoked 4 times. I couldn't go to the doctor, and so I would just try to wear them as accessories just to, hide them, but, just nothing made sense, I even consulted the web, and, as I was doing this, they kept multiplying, and they kept staring at me with their beady eyes, and that's when I knew they had a mind of their own. And I just, raised them as my children, because, I figured, never mind their own, I'll try to be a good mother to them, redo it since I failed with my pumpkin child. And consulted the web for lung disease, but I just don't know if I could trust this source. I've heard of it, and my guinea pig died years ago, so that would not make sense. Rest in peace, Seamus. Okay, so I consulted my therapist, but he didn't really help me because he just kept talking about it. And, as much as I agree with him on, a lot of his stuff, but it's just the only helpful thing he told me, which didn't really make as much sense, was, I'm once again asking for you to unionize your worms. What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, unionize. Well, they unionized, though, right? They unionized in stealing kneecaps. They unionized in eating children. And they unionized in making people cry. Clearly, these aren't good things here. My children were going off on the rails, all right? And they just had no purpose. They were at such a low point, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? Okay, no forums out there again. I'm doing this all by myself. I'm a single mom who works 2 jobs, and never stops. And that's when my one prodigy child, Felix, has a God complex. And he really inspired me for something, because that's one day I was in the woods and I ate a mushroom. There was footage of that mushroom, the effects of the mushroom, and I had an idea to fuel his God complex and bring them to Mount Olympus, where my worms can become Greek gods. This is something that I just really felt strong about. But then the effects of the mushroom wore off, and I had to think really. So I went with the Walmart version of a Greek god paradise and went with Greek life. It was the closest thing I figured. And, I also looked into it. Greek life is losing members, and, I really don't know why. I mean, maybe they're losing members because these members are trying new things, or they're going on a quest, okay? A quest to figure out why their dad didn't come back with the milk. And they said they were coming back with the milk 18 years ago. And, by the way, no. My dad didn't leave to get milk. He's vegan. So instead, he left to go live in a place where you have to pump your own gas, and they have Jesus on speed dial. Right? Yes, he visits me still. I gotta call him after this. But also, I just don't think we need the milk, Dad, okay? I'm Indian, we respect the cows, and I know they drink milk, but I just feel weird doing that if, I'm respecting the cows at the same time. In fact, I'm part cow, so it just makes sense to avoid all like its classes. They're known for doing really shady things, but you know, I even consulted these forums, all right? Some of the worst rat-hazing stories that people submitted to Reddit, and I'll just leave this here. Here to explain, why would you...
What?
Right? Like, why would you put tobacco on a stick of butter and should just smoke it like a normal person? Okay, oh, don't even get me started on the next one. Okay, so, I'll let you read that.
What?
I know. Like, why use someone as a garbage can? Like, I'm already a garbage can itself. I don't want to be used as one. Okay, no one can tell me that. Only I can say that to myself. I'll just stick to cleaning the normal. And so, oh, wrong side. All right, okay. My solution here was I'm going to make my own fraternity to fuel his God complex. Yes, this is the shrine. I welcome you to our fraternity. Psi, Omicron, Rho, Mu, the worm fraternity. Okay, Felix is the head, but you know, we'll get into the positions later. I'd like to first present to you that we are freak life instead of Greek life because, you know, we don't want to be associated with the normal type of Greek life since, you know, given their class's nature, we want to show that we're different, hence, you know, freaks, so this is what we're dealing with. And so this is our first member. His name is Hermario, who represents Hermes. And he's a social champion. He's always around, giving messages. I'd also like to add, he's a runner, he's a track star. And he's always the one that got away. Okay, perfect. He's single, but you know, he can't commit. Alright, the next one we have Darren, Dionysus. Okay, God of wine. He is the logistics chair. He does write in his own blood. But he makes sure that he's tested before so that he doesn't spread disease. And he is planted God of harvest as well, right? So you could catch him drinking them kale smoothies while he's busting at the gym. And he is a grape stomping legend, okay? He's known for pulling headstands and without knees. Isn't that crazy? Insane, alright. Next, oh, but he does drink responsibly. Okay, we're not as problematic as the others. Alright, and now we have Paul Poseidon here. Look at how handsome dude, isn't he? He is the water boy. Okay, I can explain. So, there is some problem with the board at this, so we are trying to reduce the amount of conflict and whatnot. Some of them are a bit going ahead of each other in the elections, but we're resolving that. And he is a swim star though, so we praise him for that. And he is a wannabe merman. Okay, you could catch him in the remake of The Little Mermaid, Little Merman, starring him. And he is overshadowed by his bro, who's dead. But he does make a living as a seaweed dealer, so he is quite the businessman. But his bro is named Zeke, who is Zeus. Let me tell you who Zeke is. Zeke is ill. And he's a boy. Alright, okay. Please take him away. Take him away. Is anyone drafting for any wars here? Okay, we don't want it. Get him out. Okay. Oh, we have Amy. I don't have favorites, by the way. We have Amy, who's Aphrodite. Okay, she's the events chair, hosting all those events for all the worms to attend to. She's the love doctor. She's a camera chemistry major, women in STEM, am I right? Yes, she's very smart, and she also is helping her mama find a man. Thank you. And she is very responsible for taking care of all these relationships that were set up in the frat. Oh, these two, we should give these two some privacy, maybe serenade them. Shouldn't we? Okay, so now these are some stats of the success of her matchmaking. Okay, Amy, darling, I sure hope they were planned. I mean, the worms do multiply fast, but we gotta watch on that. And divorce can be a good thing, okay? I mean, my dad leaving to get milk, I think, was very freeing for him. And okay, Amy, she's successful in some sense. I mean, according to my source, like, it has to be reliable. All right, and now, as we come to this point, I want to say, like, when I sit and think with my godchild, I really think about how I found my purpose in life. It's crazy how you come so far, gone through all that chaos, and turn it into something that you could really appreciate, all right? And now, can you turn off the light real quick? I'm not feeling too great right now. Turn it off. Oh my goodness. What is this? Oh my God! There are more burns growing out of my leg. Oh no, take him away. Thank you very much. To the audience, to the bots, I have a very special message for you. Good night.
Let's give it up for Roma! Infestation of them. I don't know, they're kind of cute though. I mean, look, it looks like it's floating. Next up, we have Miranda. Talking about gender studies.
Hello, everybody. My name is Miranda. I am also known as Kai. We will get back to that. And this is a presentation on why I got my woman card revoked and how you can keep it from happening to you. Let's get started. So this is me as a kid. You can see I used to be a girl, a woman even. I wasn't so good at it though, as you can see here. Not the greatest at it. And then this was really the first sign that something might be wrong. They put me in this, and I reacted like this. So it started at a very early age. Now, when I was a kid, I was very into cartoons. I was into SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, one of them, Danny Phantom. Great show. I don't honestly remember a whole lot about it, mostly because I wasn't really into the plot so much. I was really into the characters. Specifically one character, the one who could transform his body at will. Very interested in that, for reasons. And this was assigned to nobody. Okay. Then when I was about 13, I realized that I liked girls. And so I started looking for gay celebrities, you know, like, I was really into Ellen, I was really into Adam Lambert. They were really the only two at the time. So I learned, like, all of Adam Lambert's songs. I loved him, I wanted to be like him, and I was like, wait, I'm gay, like he's gay. Yeah, so that was a realization for me. Then we have you guys remember the blog Just Girly Things, the early 2010s? Yeah, it was very popular. Created by 3 female Tumblr users in 2011, highlighting some of their personal favorite things ranging from different types of makeup, clothing brands, celebrities, television shows. So we have some very womanly things up here, like tanning, having long hair, Uggs, very popular with the women. Now, I never really related to this blog. I like being obsessed with Lush bath bombs. I never went to Lush. I was never really into bath bombs. Posting whatever you want on Tumblr. My therapist won't let me use Tumblr anymore because she says I have a pretty crippling addiction. Happy 4th of July. I'm a socialist. Wanting to cliff jump, I do want to jump off a cliff. Now, here we go. Hair removal. This is a big one for women. You're supposed to be so into hair removal. You're supposed to spend so much time on it, and honestly, I'm just really lazy. I think a lot of the reason that I just stopped being a woman is because I'm too lazy to remove all of my hair. So we have Nair up here. It smells like actual pee. I would rather die than use this. Shaving your legs, it takes so long. You have to do it like every day. It's not worth it. Bleaching your facial hair, again, like you have to do it all the time. Really annoying, time consuming, not worth it. Okay, like threading your eyebrows, like painful, expensive. Okay, waxing, again, painful. You have to go to places to get it done. It's not. Okay, shaving. You know that little bone on the back of your knee? Okay, I am being told that there are no bones on the back of your knee because bones don't bend like that. But you know those little like thingies on the back of your knee? They're really like skinny, and like every time you try to shave them, you get cuts all over the place, and it hurts, and it's not worth it. Just keep the hair in the little thing. Okay, next section. Yeah. So when I was about 14 years old, I discovered My Chemical Romance. You might be able to tell by the hair, still a big thing for me. It's not a Squid Game reference, it's a Gerard Way reference. Nice! So I discovered this album, The Black Parade. As we all know, the transest album of all time. Side note, when I was 14 and I first discovered this album, I wanted my funeral to be everybody just sitting in silence for 50 minutes listening to this album. So, here's one of the very popular lyrics with the trans people. You should have raised a baby girl. I should have been a better son. We have a tweet here. Hope this doesn't awaken anything in me. It did. This tweet was written by someone with my name, actually, Kai. So that brings us to our next section. This is a snap. This is what came up when I searched My Chemical Romance transgender. We actually have a little. He is here tonight. Okay. Anyway, moving on. My name, Kai. Some of you might be familiar with this. The name Kai. Usually the chosen name of a he/they is what Urban Dictionary says. I am the they. Now, does anybody out there know why so many non-binary people are named Kai? Anybody? I would like to know. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. We all just woke up one day and collectively decided this is going to be our name. Went out there, realized that everybody had the same name. None of us wanted to change it. Now we're all named Kai. I have no idea. Also, this came up when I was searching for the meaning of the name Kai. Why are so many non-binary people named Kai? I don't know. So now the part of the presentation that matters to you, how to keep it from happening to you. So let's start off with this. What is a woman card anyway?
So it's similar to a driver's license in that it is a point system. So you every time you commit an infraction against the gender, you get a point added to your woman card. And eventually, you know, you watch Danny Phantom, you listen to My Chemical Romance, you rack up enough points, and however many points I have, and then you get your woman card taken away. Some scary statistics here: over 10,000 cards are revoked per year in the United States alone, and over 90% of them belong to people named Kai. First rule of keeping your woman card: do not change your name to Kai. Automatic failure. Now, scientists have been questioning this for years. What is the perfect woman? This is what you want to be if you want to keep your woman card. The perfect woman. That's not quite it. There we go. He's added to the ball party. So, hair removal, obviously a very big part of this person's life. So important. Not a hair on them. So important. You want to look like that. Using Tumblr, obviously a very healthy amount. Their therapist is not concerned about them at all. And then the American flag, obviously a patriot, a capitalist, celebrating the 4th of July. Be her. Thank you.
Hubba, hubba. Let's give it up again for Kai. We have Milan talking about the days of the week.
That's my son. What are you talking about?
Good to see you guys here. Welcome to my chat. I don't know what this is. Okay. Yeah, today we're going to be talking about, in my opinion, the worst day of the week. All right. Now, before we get started here, I want to inquire the audience. What is everyone's favorite day of the week? You can just yell it.
Wednesday.
Okay, all right, shut up. You notice how no one said Tuesday?
I said
What?
I said it.
No, you didn't. That's why we're here. Tuesday sucks. It's the worst day of the week, and I'm here to tell you why. Now, before we get to Tuesday itself, let's talk about the origin of the 7-day week. Back in biblical times, like the early 90s, God created the world in 7 days, I think. Can I get an amen for my Christians in the crowd? Amen! Woo! All right, I'm atheist. Some stuff happened after that, some stuff in between, right? I'm probably leaving out a few things, but long story short, you can blame him for why you have to go to class and work on those. So let's talk about the individual day. Yeah, all right, Monday. Nobody likes Mondays, right?
Oh, I thought I liked Monday.
Shut up. No one likes Mondays. The way I see it is, it's dumb but important, right? We gotta start somewhere, right? Yeah. Wednesday, hump day. It's the middle of the week. You know, you're on Wednesday and you can see how far you have left to go, but you can also see how far you've come. You've come so far. You're all halfway through the week and you're almost there. Just keep going, right? Boom, Thursday, precursor to Friday. You wake up and you're like, boom, I'm halfway through the week. I'm feeling good. It's pretty inoffensive, right? Thursday is like your secondary friend. You can have a conversation with them. They're really nice. You wouldn't necessarily go out drinking with them, but they're good if you need some gas money once in a while. Okay, Friday, everybody loves Friday. Yeah, it's great. End of the week, you got a big dumb smile on your face the whole time. I mean, you still got to go to like work and school. But, I mean, it's Friday. You're almost done, right? Yeah. Saturday, I mean. Hey, today's Saturday. Oh, yeah? I mean, what's there more to say, am I right? Unless you got to take the weekend buses, but I digress. Sunday. You like Sunday, right? Continuation of the weekend, it's great. Until you get to 8 p.m. That's when the existential threat sets in, right? Yeah. Now, I went through every day of the week to pose the question, what is the point of Tuesday? It serves no purpose Monday too, if I may be so. And I just want to reiterate something, all right? Nothing happens on a Tuesday. Nothing significant has ever happened on a Tuesday. Black Tuesday, stock market crash, really tragic, all right? Death of Elvis Presley, you know, that probably ruined some people's afternoons at the time, I'm sure. Fall of Constantinople. That still gets to me occasionally, I don't know about the rest of you. The discovery of Uranus, huge! Huge for unfunny people around the world. Really changed the course of human history, if we're being honest. Barack Obama was elected president on a Tuesday. Listen, all of these things are generally agreed upon to be horrible things. And oh, look at that. Coincidence? They all happen on a Tuesday. Listen, guys, I'm not talking out of my ass here. I have scientific evidence to back this up. Here it is. Anyway, here's some anecdotal evidence, and maybe you guys can relate to this, all right? This is some stuff that I experienced on a Tuesday that can only happen on a Tuesday, all right? You wake up with a migraine. Only Tuesdays, right? You feel terrible. You're like, oh, man, I got to wake up now and get through this day. That sucks. You're late for work now. And no one likes being late for work. Am I right, guys? Yeah. Traffic jam. You're already late for work, and now you're stuck. Right? You're stuck there and you're just trying to get through, you're just trying to get to work, because we don't like being late for work. And then, fender bender. So you're stuck in traffic and you like hit the guy in front of you. And then he comes out of his car and he's like recording you, and he's taking pictures of your license plate, and he's just yelling at your face, and you're in the middle damn lane, it's a Tuesday, you're already late for work, and he's just taking fucking pictures and still recording, and then you just snap!
It sounds personal.
I'm sorry, everybody. I just have to recompose myself. Let's get back to it. Okay. Oh shit. Look away, guys. This is a joke. It's a bit. Oh, fuck. Okay. Can somebody in the back turn this off, please? Like, come on, man. Oh, my God. God. Okay. All right. Okay. Just a little bit of a hiccup there, guys. This is the scientifically proven equation to eliminate Tuesday from the work. Wow. Is it hot in here for anyone else? Just me? Okay, moving on. Oh, great. Okay, we're experiencing some technical difficulties, folks. Could someone in the back come up and help me with this? It's not a joke, by the way. Don't read the letter, guys! Don't believe that! It's a joke! I swear, I didn't do it! Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, it was a joke! I didn't mean it! Oh, fuck! You guys gotta believe me, okay? I didn't mean it. I blanked out. It was on a Tuesday, can you blame me? No, I can't let any of you.
Oh, God.
None of you are going anywhere. Stay in your damn seats! Don't put your hand up! None of you are leaving until I've scrubbed this information from your mind with this shovel. Okay? Yeah, don't get your home.
Promise?
You're not going anywhere! Shit!
Police! Stop right where you are! I've been chasing you down since Mexico City.
Stay over there!
You were asleep, but I finally got my... No! Stay right where you are. You're under arrest for the murder of John Doe.
Officer, wait! It happened on a Tuesday.
You have a good night.
Anyway, I made a petition that you can all sign to eliminate Tuesday from the work week, if you have the time. That's it. Have a good night, folks.
Oh, sorry. Tuesdays, am I right? Yeah. Let's give it up for Milan one more time. Now, before we proceed, a quick announcement. I know this is a comedy show, and I'm glad you guys are all having a fun time. Please let the performers do their presentations. Hecklers will be escorted out of the room. And with that being said, next up, let's give it up for Angelica, talking about genetics.
Hi everyone, I'm going to be talking to you today about why genetics in media doesn't make any sense. I have every right to say these things because I'm a genetics major. Is anyone else a genetics major? No! That's what I thought, absolutely. So, usually when I tell people I'm a genetics major, they're like, oh my gosh, I love Punnett squares. Oh, Francine, I'm learning this monstrosity. I have no idea what's going on in this image, and unfortunately, I did have an exam on this last Tuesday. I hate Tuesdays. So, I bet you're wondering, what is genetics if it's not just Punnett squares? Well, I'm here to tell you it's literally a trap. They get you with Punnett squares, and then you're learning every single detail about the cell cycle. It really sucks. So, since I'm going to be talking to you about genetics that doesn't make sense, we need something that does to compare it to, obviously. So, we'll be using my family because, as far as I know, we're all related. On that note, let's introduce my father. So, here he is. We're going to need a visual, of course. So, I went to his LinkedIn, as anyone does, and I scrolled down to his education section. He did go to Rutgers in the 90s, back when Bush Dining Hall was new. This does make me a legacy student, but I didn't get a single $1 of scholarship money. I guess it went straight to the football team, but they barely win. Literally 50% of their games. Literally 5 out of 5, 5 out of 10. He also writes that he's a black belt. This is 100% true, but I think it's hilarious that he wrote that. He's applying to science jobs. What does he think is going to happen? Maybe someone's going to like go into the science building, and then he'll be like, don't worry guys, I know martial arts! And then his boss will be like, that's why I hired you, Jonathan! That's just my theory about why he wrote that there. I'm not really sure. Next up, we have my mother. She's the reason why I need therapy. This could be a whole chat in itself, so come to me afterwards if you want to know more. I went to her Facebook, but this isn't her, so I scrolled down, as one does, but none of these are her either. There is a picture on the bottom left of some baby because she took a Facebook quiz, but I refused to click on it. You can tell that she has a favorite child by the fact that only one of her 3 daughters plays hockey. If you guessed that I was one of the 2 that don't play hockey, you would be absolutely correct. So obviously she didn't give me anything to work with, so I had to use this lovely picture of her from an IHOP. Moving on, we have my sisters. I put them on the same slide because they're essentially the same person. This is supported by the fact that one of them's gay and the other one's depressed. Those are found in like the same people all the time. Kind of like a transformer. You have to like mash them together. They already have more followers than me on Snapchat and Instagram and all that, so we'll be using photos of them from the early 2010s. That's what they look like in my head anyways, and that's the most valid, so. Next up we have me. I'm Angelica, by the way, and you have no idea what I look like, so we need some pictures. Me on my 21st birthday? Okay, got some leg. Me in some lights? Me in a dress? Okay. why you should date me. Number 1, I'm a woman in STEM, which instantly makes me a girl boss. And you would, by association, be dating a girl boss. It doesn't get any better. I shouldn't need to list more reasons. But you need time to fill it out. So. Number 2, my favorite movie is Coraline. So back in 2009, when the movie came out, instead of cowering in fear like my peers, I was watching it in fascination. So you can tell that I'm not a crybaby. Number 3, I have a plant that I've been growing since 2019, back when I had 2 leaves. You can tell that I have the capability to love things, like you. Number 4, I'm an artist, and everyone knows artists are mentally stable. Number 5, I play Minecraft! Who doesn't like Game of Girls, honestly? This is my real Minecraft skin. We're exactly the same, except she can see. 4.5, I like art and I like Minecraft, which means I can paint Minecraft, and it only costs your love and affection! So, getting back to our regular scheduling program, this is my family! We have everyone now. So let's compare it to some awful genetics. First up, we have these dogs. I never really watched this movie. All I know is they went on a date and had some spaghetti. I guess the date went well, because 4 children, that's so many. Pay attention to what they look like. They're essentially saying that dog number 1 plus dog number 2 equals dog number 2. That's like saying my dad plus my mom equals my mom. This is confusing for several reasons. Let's get into it. Without being my sisters, and I look like my mom, I already can't tell them apart. This would be so confusing. Oh my gosh. Then, since I look like my mom, would she look like her mom? And would my dad look like his dad? Can you imagine family functions? Gosh. Number 3, my parents are actually split up. So essentially back in 2018 when I went to Rutgers, my mom was like, well, that means all my children will leave me. And I don't want to be stuck with this guy. I want a divorce. My dad was like, are you sure you want to talk about it? And she was like, no, bye. And proceeded to leave. So if I showed up to my house looking like my mom, my dad would do martial arts on me. And I don't know how to do martial arts, so I would die. And I like living, I think. Next scenario, we got the Watterson family. Gumbel is adopted, so we have to ignore him. Usually adopted people are valid, but unfortunately right now they're not. So we have Gumball looking like his mom, and Anais looking like her dad. So would that mean my sisters and I look like our dad? Would we know martial arts? Also, they don't have another sibling, so we don't know, like, would they have a purple sibling? We don't know. So there's a chance that only I would look like my dad, but that doesn't help me because I still can't tell them apart. I know what you're wondering. But Angelica, those guys? Literally not real. They're literally blue cats and pink bunnies. And they live in the same world as a talking cloud, rock, cactus, clay ball, and potato with legs. So literally none of those genetics matter because it's not real. Okay, fine. Then what about these guys? Are they not real? They're dogs. What other explanation is there? I can only think of one. They're aliens. That's the only way that makes sense, quite honestly, genetically. But then this brings up the question. Since they're all identical, would that mean alien wombs are cloning devices? Could you imagine if that happens in humans? Sure, there's a 50% chance your child looks like you, but there's also a 50% chance your child looks like your partner. Now, if I spent 9 months creating a child and it looks like my partner, I would be furious. I would take my child and drop kick it because he can get his own alien womb. That's not fair. So what have we learned today? We've learned that genetics does not equal Punnett squares. We've also learned that Angelica, the STEM girl boss, is single. And we've learned that alien wombs are cloning devices. So if you want to clone yourself, find an alien. Which brings us to my last slide. Please scan the QR code. I know a man with a shovel, and he's free next Tuesday.
Tim Timothy Bryant. That is actually my name. Don't ask. It's a long story involving some Catholics. I don't want to get into it. And I'm here today to ask you, should we end all wars forever? I don't know. Let's find out. First, what is war? Well, that's a vocab word. Keep an eye out for those. War is a conflict between countries, nations, or groups. When did war start? Well, war actually started April 14, 2463 BCE, a Tuesday, right before tax day. Now here's an artist's rendition of what that first war may have looked like. As you can tell, it was an ambush. Grub on the left here, completely unprepared, but Quincy on the right named the world's first weapon, a drumstick. Unsurprisingly, things didn't go so well for Grub. Unfortunately for Quincy, he suffered a scratch, and we all know what that means for cavemen. This is the first example of mutually assured destruction in human history. So does that mean that war equals death? Sometimes. Sometimes death equals war. World War I. Like most things, the original was way better than the sequel because the writers got lazy and made all the bad guys Nazis. The causes of World War I are numerous. Let's just say, if you ever find yourself in the Austro-Hungarian occupied Balkans, don't go around shooting archdukes. The war was brutal. Thousands of young men lie strewn across the battlefield, their bodies mutilated and unrecognizable. I have no idea who that guy is. But he's dead. Mutilated means to be badly damaged. If you were lucky enough to survive the battlefield, you may spend weeks of agony in a military hospital, and even then you may not survive. If you made it out of there, you were plagued with psychological trauma, or shell shock. Psychological trauma is damage to a person's psyche as one or more traumatic events. Some of these psychological patients were low, bottom eyes, lobotomized. A lobotomy is the severing of someone's prefrontal cortex, usually by inserting a large needle into the eye socket. Other science happened during the war too. Experiments with radiation to create and cause new types of cancer. Or things with mustard gas to see if it really tastes like that. These brought a new definition of human suffering. Human suffering is incredible pain and agony. So does that mean that war is bad? Meaning not good? So, does that mean that war is not good? Well, maybe. I asked some experts. I asked 10 doctors what they thought of war. And each one of them said, "What are you talking about? I'm a doctor. Of course not. Book an appointment next time." 10 minutes later, they all changed their mind. And that just shows what you can do with the threat of force. Now, if we decide we should stop war, how do we do that? I've got a couple of ideas. Number one, give me all the weapons. I'll hide them. There's no weapons, you can't kill anyone. Alternatively, stop hiring soldiers. If no one can fight, there's no war. Bonus, this means that a military recruiter can't ambush steel strikes and leave them broken and traumatized on the side of the street when they're no longer useful to the American war machine. I don't have a joke for that, it just happens. Get along. That was not going to work. I don't like that. That's not going to happen. But what if war is good? Meaning, not bad. What if war is not bad? Well, a lot of those torture, a lot of the experiments were saved and help advance and create even newer types of cancer. During World War I II, we figured out this led to the creation of the atom bomb, the world's most efficient landscaping tool. It would take a team of workers weeks to dig a hole that large, and now we can do it in seconds. Anybody like Fallout? So Chernobyl was cool, right? An ecological marvel, the only time people ever created new species instead of making them go extinct. Things like the leopard lizard, or a scary boar, or most of a cow. Right? Oh, there goes another one. And the productivity necessary in wars created thousands of new jobs. Thousands of previously unemployed children had steady 80-hour work weeks in factories, some of them making pennies a day. Don't just trust me, let's see what the stats say. I don't like that. Ooh, no. Oh, okay, that one's good. Look how many planes we made in the war. Who doesn't like those? Those are nice. So, in conclusion, the cons of war, mass casualties, torture, and mental anguish for the survivors, and of course, lobotomies. The pros, scientific advancements, employment opportunities for the children, productivity went way up, animals, radiation. War is better than not war. War is good. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you on the battlefield.
Welcome, fishes. And I am here to present to you my company's hot new dating app. But first off, who here's used a dating app? Unfortunately. Who here's single? Exactly. And why is this? Because dating apps on the market do not meet our market needs. Bumble? More like bummer. Tinder? More like tin don't. Hinge? More like, does anybody actually use Hinge anymore? I'm so sorry. So why is this? Why are dating apps today not good? Well, it's because they gamify dating. And I, for one, am tired of playing games. We are looking for high-quality, professional relationships. Dating isn't fun. Dating is commitment, hard work. It's business. Nothing personal. Since we eliminated Tuesday from the work week, we need to better invest in romantic infrastructure to capitalize on the shortcoming in the dating industry, represented by the demographic of your single asses. So what answers this question? Well, introducing to you, Lovedin. Fuck your network. Not like that. We're working on it. So, what is Lovedin? Lovedin is combining the two foundational aspects of relationships. Intimacy and late-stage capitalism. So, before we get into it, what is the math of love? We need to figure out a scientific component to love, to inform our algorithm, to increase our bottom line. So how are we going to answer the question, what is love? As usual, designers to figure it out for us. And they couldn't tell us anything. They actually had no idea what we were talking about. So we asked Brett in marketing, and he came up with a very simple equation. Sheer force of will plus peer pressure plus the mere exposure effect equals very sexy business partnerships. So, what's our vision for LinkedIn? We're loved in. LinkedIn, but sexier. And more professional. So what is our vision for Lovedon? Well, we want to promote professionalism and intimacy. We really want to promote the synergy between relationships and professionalism. So, we are allowing our applicants to really connect with people in their social network. So, on our app, you can answer prompts such as, what's your professional history? What's your relationship history? What's your professional relationship history? A focus group said that sounded like a sex thing. I disagree! Moving on to some stats. Here we have a chart explaining the relationship between professionalism and love and relationships. As you can see here, there is a positive correlation between love and relationships and professionalism. And as we all know, correlation and causation are exactly the same thing. So as you can see here, at 1 professionalism, you're at 2.5 love. But if you go down up to 4 professionalism, 4.5 love. That's almost 5. Another statistic, our customer satisfaction. See here we have a majority of satisfied customers. And then of course we have a portion of customers who don't really like our product, are not satisfied. And that's to be expected. In a business, not everyone's gonna like it. So we got rid of the people who didn't like it. And now we have 100% customer satisfaction and 100% turnover rate. So, what is the sign-up requirements for this app? Well, we are a professional business, so we have a plethora of sign-up requirements. First of all, since this is an entry-level position, you need 3 references and 5 years of experience. You also need a high school or college diploma. Our majors will be banned from the app immediately. Sorry, I don't make the rules, I just make the rules. Next, we need your resume, so we know where you live, as well as your contact information, so we can call you, and availability for an interview. Interviews are not guaranteed with application. Don't call us, we might call you. And also a $50 sign-up fee. Love ain't cheap. And also the last 4 digits of your social security number. And the 3 before that. And the 2 before that. Just the whole thing. Really give us a picture of who you are. And in addition, we also have some get-to-know-you questions, such as, what city were you born? What's the name of your favorite? What's your mother's maiden name? What high school did you attend? What's the name of your first school? And many more. So, let's move on to some profile analysis. What is the standard profile that we are looking for with Lovedon? Well, we're going to evaluate this on 3 factors. First of all, the professionalism of the profile, as well as the synergy. We really want to get that synergy between relationships and professionalism. And finally, a firm business handshake. So, let's go start with what not to do. First off, we have Mr. Timothy Bryant. A name so good, he decided to do it again. Now, first off, let's go to the profile photo. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. None of them good. So let's start with profile photo. What catches your eye? This stance. What the fuck is this? Who stands like this? I have never seen any other man other than George Washington crossing the Delaware. bring to the table. And let's move on to the major. Political science. Oh, God. I thought we weren't doing these guys anymore. Okay. Political science. This is not a man of anything, really. This is not a man of drive. This is not a man of ambition. This is not a man of synergy. And this is definitely not a man of a good salary. I didn't know the audience was filled with so many poli-sci majors. Now let's move on to the bio. The bio's like your cover letter. It's the short little thing that lets others know who you are. This is this man's actual Tinder bio. Does making a joke about how I can't think of a bio count as humor? No. I don't think so, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Well, Timothy, you should know. Now let's move on to the ratings. First off, professionalism, 0 out of 10. Not in my dating app. Let's move on to the firm business handshake. Now, I will give him a 10 out of 10 for all the wrong reasons. And finally, the synergy. Now, I rated synergy on a scale from 0 to 9.2. And I had to create a new rating for this man. Clear to say, overall, not a qualified candidate. Now, let's move on to a better profile. This is the good stuff. So, first off, Miss Angelica Petersen. Now let's move to the profile photo, shall we? Look how happy she is. She's smiling. She is ready to be there. She is happy to be there. She'll bring the fun, the joy, the synergy, the levity to this dating app. Now let's look at the tagline. Love is a two-way street, and I go both ways. How creative. How fun. How fun. Now this is a woman who knows how to, bring a little humor to the office. Now let's move on to the likes. Art, Minecraft, marketable skills. This is a valuable candidate. And finally, the major, genetics. That is a STEM girl boss right there. A qualified major, a qualified candidate. Now, let's go to the bio. Looking for a cuddle buddy to watch Netflix with. I'm into art, music, video games, and probably you. How clever. How fun. How fun. Now, she really brings a fresh perspective, and she is not afraid to walk into this dating app and get what she wants. Now, let's move on to the ratings. Oh, what's this? It's a resume. Is it hot in here? Okay, no, this is good. This is good. This is professional. Professional. Let's, leadership, extracurricular, work experience in chronological order. Oh, that's good. Lab experience, relevant to the major. She takes stuff seriously. 5.0 GPA, oh God, they don't even give those out anymore. Oh, that really synergios me. Wall Street, oh fuck, that's good. It's okay, yeah. All right, yeah, we're good. We're good. This is good. This is professional. This is high quality. This is what we want. This is our vision. Now let's move on. QR code. Oh, that's professional. Let me just. Right there. Okay, I will be filling that out later, Angelica, if you're out there. Yes. Meeting. hope it is as firm as I think it is. Synergy. Now I know the scale only goes up to 9.2, but that is a god right there. So we just gotta give it 100 out of 10, maybe more. Now where do we go from here? Now allow me to present to you my 5-point plan. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Hello, Jonathan? No, I'm in a meeting right now. No, this is a good idea. No, I'm telling you. No, this is a good app. No, people love LinkedIn. This is just the new thing. No, people love uploading cover letters. Yeah, people love writing 500, 700 word essays, especially college kids, right? You're not part of this meeting anyway. No, John, please, come on. No, don't do this. I'm fired? No severance pay? Get my stuff out in the morning? Okay. Okay, but... So who really needs dating apps anyway? They're just giving you like a superficial connection, you know? I got a match on Tinder. It's Angelica!